What up, tube? Live on location. We ain't in the kitchen today. Anyway, I'm out and about, and I like to be by the water. I guess it's the Pisces in me. Anyway, I wanted to take this time. I mentioned in a previous video,
and if it's your job,
48 things that I didn't say my age, but I'm 48, and I commented on things that I have learned in my life. So sitting by the water, I had time to reflect. Hold on. I didn't bring a tripod, so I'm just trying to work with what I got over here and watch my stuff. Okay. Anyway, this is going to be part 1 of 4. Okay. Okay. 48 things that I've learned in 48 years. Okay, number 1, I learned trust and go with God at all times, good, bad, and indifferent. Number 2, I learned health is wealth. Follow your doctor's orders. Don't be afraid to go for a second or third opinion, because you are the best advocate for your health and health equity. Number 4, I learned if you have a family, even if you're distant from your family, you're blessed, and as long as there's life in you, there's an opportunity to, work on things and, see where you're at. But sometimes you just can't, you know what I'm saying? You gotta walk away sometimes, learn, you know what they say, how the song go? Know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away. Sometimes you gotta do that, but we're going to go with hope and just hope you can work it out with your family if they still alive. Okay. Let me see. Oh, okay. Number 5. Sorry, I got distracted. Number 5. Cherish the cheesy, corny time. See the jet skis? See, you ain't got to go to Miami for jet skis. Anyway, number 5, cherish the cheesy, corny times with your family and friends. Growing up, my family, my nuclear family was my father and my mother. And I will always, we would have these 4 people barbecues, or sometimes 6 people barbecues. It'd be just me, my parents, and my brother. And sometimes my older brother would come. And then I would have my cousins and, but it was a small, small setup. And I'd be like, man, this is whack. I want to go to a barbecue where the house is full, you know what I'm saying? And, but now that my parents are gone, my uncles, they just found him in an apartment in Harlem last year. He had been deceased for a couple of months, but that's another story for another day, okay? But, yeah, now that, my loved ones is gone, I look back on those times when it was just 4 of us, or 6 of us, or 7 of, and I cherish those times, and I wish I had those times again with my family. So I would say cherish the cheesy and corny times. Number 6, what I learned in 48 years, I would say break bad habits, people, places, and things. Number 7, never love anyone more than you love yourself. And I had to learn that the hard way. You know what I'm saying? I was putting in overtime for a lot of people that didn't deserve not a minute of my time. Okay? Number 8, I would say respect yourself enough to walk away. Like my father used to say, know when to bow out gracefully. Okay? That's right. You know what I'm saying? So respect yourself enough to walk away, especially when you're being disrespected, devalued, and discarded or what have you. Walk away. No, don't walk. Run. Run, girl. Run. Run, brother. Run. I don't know, but, who needs to hear this? But, yeah. Learn when to, walk away. Respect yourself. Okay, number 9. I learned that sometimes you have to love people from a distance. My grandmother used to say that. She'd be like, sugar, sometimes you got to love these from a distance, okay? Yes, I would say that. Number 10, I would say everybody don't need to know everything about you. Sometimes, you know, you could be an oversharer. I'm guilty of that. I am an oversharer, but I'm learning to say less, okay? Number 11 of this part 4 series is say less. You know, say less. Again, everyone don't need to know everything. Say less. You know, a lot of times we share things with people that we shouldn't be sharing, and we speak on things that haven't even come into fruition, and then these same people that we think are our friends or, you know, down for us or whatever, they sitting back, you know, just inflated with happiness that things didn't work out the way we thought it would, the way we wanted it to. And, you know, you'd be surprised how many people be praying on your downfall that you think is, you know, down for you. So yeah, say less. All right, number 12. I would say you have nothing to prove to no one. A lot of times, you know, we have a competitive nature about ourselves, and in that competitive nature, we feel the need to explain ourselves, you know, or explain something to somebody. You don't have to do that, you know. A lot of times I would find myself, especially like when I would meet, I ain't gonna say, I'm gonna just not say too much, because remember, I'm saying less, I'm learning that. And I've learned that, and I'm, you know, putting it into action. But yeah, there was this one, you know, and I felt like I had to prove something to this person. I'd be like, oh, you know, see, I got a degree. See, I tried this business venture, or I tried, you know, and I was just, you know, oversharing, trying to prove myself and my worthiness to somebody who really wasn't worth it. So you have nothing to prove to nobody, and if somebody makes you feel like you have something to prove to them, it's time to walk away. So this is part 1 of part 4 of 48 things I've learned in 48 years. So come on back and check into my next video. Like, share, and subscribe.